Hi everybody, it's Jennifer. Welcome back to my channel. It's Monday and it's time for another drill with me. This week, I think last week I was working on my Supernatural, but I had to stop working on Supernatural because I ran out of 310s. I have someone sending me some. They were nice enough to offer, so hopefully I will have that started back up this week sometime. But right now I'm working on one of my daughters that she got for Christmas, and I am trying to finish it up for her. As you can see, it's confetti hell. So I'm trying to finish it up. She got like really, really frustrated with all the confetti, and so I told her that I would finish it for her. It's called Butterfly Explosion. It's from Paint with Diamonds, but it was ordered from Amazon. And it's a 60 by 40. So, let's get out our kits and everybody drill with me. I hope everyone, like I said, it's been having a good start to the week. I hope everyone had a good week last week. I did pretty much just, did the basic, household stuff like clean a house and made, took care of my videos for last week and stitched on a project. And of course, me and little dude have been watching YouTube, or he's been playing video games because there's really not anything on TV now until I guess the fall starts, and then the fall lineup, so forth. And Miranda had been gone to my best friend's house, which her best friend is my best friend's daughter. So they were, they came. She ended up coming home earlier than she was planning on, and it was because of the story started the week of 4th of July last week, and my best friend had people that moved in next door for they're not there very long. I think they're getting ready to move out, but they've only been there for like a certain amount of time. And anyway, they had a friend. The people next door had a friend that was staying with them that was cute. And he's 19. And of course, Miranda's 22. So, anyway, she was crushing on him. And he really didn't say a whole lot to her. And she, was kind of like, trying to figure him out, I guess. And he didn't say a whole lot. Come to find out, he's kind of, I don't know what you want to call it, I guess slow is what, she told me, my daughter told me. And so, anyway, I guess, she came home early. She texted me and she was like, I'm coming home. And I was like, okay, why? Well, no sooner did I say that, my best friend Becky called, and she's like, Miranda's upset. And I was like, why is Miranda upset? And she, told me that, she had been hanging around with the guy, and, somewhere along the line, I don't know. Anyway, she came home. She was really, really ticked off. But you're going back when? Tomorrow? Wednesday. So she's going back Wednesday. So, other than that, and then let's see, we just relaxed. we just relaxed all the, kind of the rest of the week, and it was a dreary day on Thursday, and little dude's dad's birthday was on Thursday, and so he never got to come over to, get, he was supposed to come over so that Skylar could tell him happy birthday. And we ended up calling him because, come to find out, he was not feeling the greatest. So we called him instead. And so we did that. And of course, I filmed my floss tube video that day. And then, trying to think. Then I reorganized. I didn't really reorganize. I just kind of straightened up my this area, my diamond painting area, craft area, whatever you call it, and got that somewhat organized. And the containers that were for this that my daughter was using, which were these things, I switched them out, and I got my Harbor Freight that Sharon Ludd sent me, and I'm starting to use these. So I just put those all in there and sat here, and actually I did that Saturday after my live, and Jennifer Jones, JJ Space, and I were video calling on Facebook, so I did that while I was talking to her. And that was basically, my highlight of my week. Really wasn't much excitement going on around here. And then today I cleaned this morning, so I'm still kind of, I don't want to say cleaning, more or less. I've got to go organize, some stuff, and, it's amazing. I was cleaning out, trying to get ready to go clean in my bedroom, and I realized things that you acquire over the winter, I never realized how much crap, shit, I have. And I just need to go in there one day, just take a day and just clean it out, because oh my gosh, there's so much crap in there that I either don't need, or I don't even know what's there. So I need to do that. And I might, for my, I don't want to say diamond tube video, but for my floss tube video, I'm thinking of doing an organization underneath my computer desk, because that's where most of my cross stitch stuff is, underneath of there. And I'm thinking of making a video showing you all my freaking little mess. Yeah, it's a mess. I was sitting there last night getting ready for bed, and I happened to look over, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get some, what do you call it? Some of those little, fabric, containers, like what Laura Law's Craft Corner, when her husband bought her, and put that stuff in it. And because I never realized how exactly much of a mess is down there. I didn't pay much attention at first, but oh my gosh, I was looking and I was like, oh yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna get one for every UFO, unfinished, project I have and put, you know, them in there and separate them into their projects and so forth. I got a lot of ideas, but you know, me doing them is just I'm one of those ones that likes to procrastinate when it comes to that stuff. So, yeah, who knows? I might get to it. You never know. And of course, Saturday we just sat around here. Well, Saturday I recorded my, you know, I did my live stream, and then talked to Jennifer Jones for good God. Me and that girl can talk. No offense, JJ. But yeah, she and I were talking, and I was like, holy crap. I didn't even realize how long we were on until after we got off, and I was like, jeez, really? So, yeah, we did that, and of course, I got a lot done. As you guys know, I started a section on Saturday on this. Well, that section is finished. This section is finished, which I was shocked yesterday when I was like, oh my gosh, I finished it. So I was, you know, doing a little happy dance. So, and today it's one of those days. It's raining, it's butt off, and I'm just gonna sit here and relax, diamond paint something, and you know, put a dent and stuff. And I'm trying to go into more lives, and I'm kind of hesitant because of some of the drama that's been going on you know, lives and stuff. And it's sad because, you know, like I went into a live last night, and I was just sitting there, you know, and I spoke to some people, and they spoke back to me, and I was diamond painting, and you know, I don't get it. You know, I understand we come together and we talk and so forth, but really, drama? I mean, come on, seriously. It's getting old, and I'm just, it's sad, and that's all I'm gonna say. But, you know, and I noticed that there are some people that aren't speaking, some creators that aren't speaking to each other, and, you know, some people, you know, have good reason, some people just don't, and it's kind of sad. But, you know, I'm not letting it bother me because, you know, I have people in this community that, you know, talk to me and like me, don't worry about the dumbness and the drama. So, anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to go off on that little rant. I wasn't trying to. So, and Skylar's been sitting here playing this game for the past 3 days, and this morning he beat it, and let me tell you, he was all excited. And we've been having problems with somebody hacking his Xbox account. But they stopped. And at first they were just like signing into the account and not really doing anything. They were just signing into the account, and I guess I don't know if they were playing games.
Yeah,
they were trying to play Fortnite. And yesterday, he signed in, and they changed his profile picture on Xbox.
But I got it back now.
And I was just like, and of course I didn't, you know, when he told me, I was like, what do you mean? And of course I didn't, you know, I looked at the picture and I was like, and I thought, okay, well that's the same picture you had, but apparently it wasn't my fault. And so Justin came out and helped him. Actually, Justin went on his phone and I guess on the Xbox app on his phone, and changed the password. And of course, Skylar was upset because he didn't think he was going to get the password, but he got the password. But it's just the point. I mean, and the bad part was I had like on the account on the Xbox, you can get this. You can make this pass key where you have to give a pass key before you can even sign in. And I don't know how they even got around the pass key. And I kept asking Sky, do you have anybody that knows your sign-in information? Because if he did, I was going to tell him, you need to let that person know that, they're messing things up. And he says, no, nobody knows it but Justin. And of course, Justin was standing there, so I knew it wasn't Justin signing in. Because the guy, they even did it while I was sitting there watching. Somebody signed in on his Sky's account and signed him out. And if I knew who it was, if there was a way that I could report this person, I would. But, and I was getting ready to do that. But Justin's like, Mom, if you do that, if you report it, Skylar's gonna not be able to use his profile. And I was like, crap. So we've done everything we can, and aside from calling Microsoft, and it's annoying. So I've got to figure, I'm going to keep an eye on it and hopefully and pray that, they don't try to do this again, because it's getting really, 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 really old. And, it's, and nobody's done it to me, which is amazing. I'm surprised. Of course, I don't get on very often, but still, it's crazy that they're doing it just to him and not Justin or me or, Miranda or anybody else, I know y'all think I'm a geek, but yes, I do like to play my video games. I don't play them much like I used to, but yeah, I can play. I'm more of one of those Call of Duty people, so yeah, I don't, sorry, I had to fix my thing, but I'm one of those ones that likes to play the Call of Duties, and that's basically just about it, and maybe, a couple other games, but that's, that's basically the end of that. And then that's it. So, but, which, oh well. So, but yeah. And after I finish, let's see, that was that. And then, been sitting here and decided kind of which one I'm going to start after I finish this one and the Supernatural one. I think I'm going to start Nefertiti. I've been watching Stitcher Reese to do that on her channel, and the colors are really, really pretty, and wow. So I'm excited to start that. I do have the other, my Disney Princess one for my daughter. So, I'm going to take a break and do some of the smaller ones that I have. And, like this one, and finish my Supernatural one. And get Nefertiti started and all that good junk. And then work on that one. And then I don't know what I'm going to start. So, I'm hoping that I can start buying diamond paintings next month or the month after, because, oh my gosh, nobody should let me go on Diamond Art Club or AliExpress. I'm telling you, I have so many in my cart on AliExpress, and oh my God, there's something wrong with me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm addicted, and it's yeah. Sky, you need to stop making that stomping sound. While you were. Okay. Sorry, he's. Excuse me? So. Because I gotta get bills caught up before I can do that. So, and not only that, I gotta start after I get the bills caught up. I need to start, updating, stuff in the house, like, sheets and stuff like that they need. And Sky needs, already clothes. So, gotta start doing that and getting everything ready. Oh my gosh. It's amazing how much a child can grow in just like 1 month. I'm sitting here looking at him now and it's like, oh my gosh. I think he's, grown maybe 3 or 4 inches in the last 2 months. But that's okay, because let's see, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. And you guys can hear my voice. I'm like trying not to lose my voice. I hope I don't. I gotta sore throat, I think. Trying to think of anything else that's been going on. I feel like I haven't really said a whole lot. See, I told you, I'm home all the time. It's amazing I can find anything to talk to you all about. Oh. And this is one of the things I remembered that I forgot to write down. In my live on Saturday, Kaya Rose and, not Kaya, it was JJ Space, was talking about my doing a 6-hour live stream. And so I wanted to get y'all's feedback on that. If you comment below, yes, no, if you would be interested in me doing that. More than likely, it would be like from midnight until, noon the next day. So say tonight, if I decide to do it, I would start it at midnight tonight and then go all the way until 12 noon tomorrow. But no, I'm not doing it tomorrow, so tonight, so don't worry, you're not going to miss it. But if y'all are interested, let me know. I'm not going to do it probably until after the DP-a-thon that's coming up at the end of this month. So it might be like, the weekend after, or, I haven't really decided, but if y'all are interested in that, let me know. That way, I can figure out. I'm still trying to pick a date, so, but like I said, it's probably be like after. I'm not sure yet. Or unless you all want, me to do it beforehand. I know that Fruitini has done the 12-hour ones, and they seem to be really, really go over really well. So I was thinking of, that's where that thought came from. I guess from JJ. She's the one that thought of it. So, you guys are interested, comment below, let me know. And I can start trying to figure out. And when you would like, to see me do it. Because, yeah. I mean, I'll do it. Shoot. I'll just make sure I got coffee and what I need and go from there. And be ready. Because believe me, there are some nights that I don't sleep. I don't go to bed till, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So I get it. It's not like, So, but yeah, comment below and let me know if y'all are interested in watching me do that. Because I think it would be fun. I've never done one before. So, I mean, I've done 2 hours, normal live stream, time. But, yeah, it was just an idea. So, anyway. Let's see, what else? Also, possibly, I don't know yet, at some point during my live streams, I'm looking into computer programs that I can download, and Diamond in the Rough was the one that gave me the name of this program for my live stream to be able to, have a webcam on my face, show me, and then have another camera that shows me, my diamond painting. So I'm looking into that because eventually I want to start that. I think it would be kind of cool. So stay tuned for that, and I'll keep y'all posted on that. Oh my gosh, I feel like there's not much to talk about, and I made sure to write down everything that there was to talk about this week. I have done no cross stitching. I just didn't feel like it. I know that's sad. I just haven't felt like it. It just, and it wasn't, because I just, didn't want to work on it. I was not in the moment, I guess. I wasn't motivated. I guess that's what you want to call it. I don't know how else to describe it. So, yeah, that was not. That week. I do know I'm going to do a Stitch With Me. I just don't know when yet. I'm still trying to figure that out. I don't know if I'm going to wait until I get my new camera, which I'm hoping to get my new camera really, really soon.
Taking a shower.
I'm recording.
Alright.
And, sorry guys, he came out to tell me he had to take a shower. And, gosh, now I forgot what I was going to say. Now I forgot what I was talking about. That's pitiful. Lord. And I can't remember what it was. Oh my God, I'm horrible. That's bad. When you can't remember what you were talking about. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. So. You guys have probably noticed. I have no nail strips, nails. I had to give my nails a little break. And, of course, they are, growing. You guys can see, except for this one. This one broke.
And of course, y'all see my right hand broke except for this one.
So I had to give my nails a little break, let them breathe for a little bit. So I think the Wednesday or Thursday, I'm going to record a video on how I apply my Color Street nails so that you guys can see how I do it. It's really easy. And I like them. And I have to say, I like them, yeah. I don't want to say I like them better than the Sally Hansen ones that I had. Because those were only used if I didn't have, I only used the Sally Hansen ones if I ran out of the Color Street, which I had like, 5 or 6 Color Street ones there for a while. But the Sally Hansen ones are better. Were just my backup. So I'm going to, of course it could be earlier than that. I haven't decided yet. I'm going to record that, and I will, make a video so you guys can see that. And also, I'm hoping to get a haircut. As y'all can see, my hair is a sight. You just don't want to see my hair. I need something different. Don't get me wrong. I love my hair the way, but I'm ready for something a little different. And I was tired of it being the way that it was styled, that I had been styling it. So I'm going to look for a different style, because this is kind of getting old. Oh my gosh. Let's see. I don't know, I'm trying to think of anything else. Lord. Oh, they were shooting off fireworks last week out here, and I always thought we weren't allowed to have fireworks in the state of Maryland, but I think that's not true anymore. And it wasn't out here in our parking lot. It was at the school next door. So, and of course then one night, I don't remember if it was Friday night or Saturday night, I can't remember. They were standing outside at 11 o'clock at night and shooting off sparklers, and it was annoying. So, damn it. Yeah, that was not the fun thing. And I always do this. I always put myself in this predicament. I'm sitting here trying to do this, and I always get my fingers or my hand attached to the canvas. It's not a good thing. That's why you always see my pinky go up, because I don't want to get stuck to the canvas again. Not happening. Because you saw what happened earlier. My hand got stuck to the canvas, and now, of course, I lost it down the diamond. My diamonds like to just go flying. Don't ask me why. And I vacuumed underneath of this table, underneath my chair over here by my draft table. Oh my gosh, you should have seen all the drills that I picked up in the vacuum cleaner. Oh my gosh, it was funny. I was like, wow. I didn't even realize that there were that many. Of course, I was going to take them out of the of my vacuum, and that no, it was too dirty. I said no, too nasty. You're not gonna try to do it. Just forget it. Not happening. So I didn't even bother. I know that's a waste of drills, but I just wasn't trying to like fight the dirt and the dust, and I was. I said, oh well. So I'm just gonna let it be. So
trying to think. I don't even know what my time is on here.
35 minutes. Gosh, this is bad when you write down. Now, see, I make a list of, and I know, I'm probably I'll probably think that's kind of a little anal, but I make a list of what I want to talk about each week, so that I don't forget. And it seems like every time I make the list, I always think, okay, well, this will last me, 45 minutes to an hour. No. And, so I guess I'm going to have to find more stuff to do in the middle of the freaking week, so that, y'all don't get bored. I'm just kidding, y'all. I know y'all are not bored. I need to stop. So, but, and I know there was a couple people that had asked me about this canvas. I know that Diamond Painting with Anxiety asked me in my live Saturday about, if the canvas was worth it, because, she knew about all the, diamond painting, paint with diamonds, debacle. And, and I did too. And like I said, when we got this, when my daughter received this for Christmas, I hadn't ever done a paint with diamonds canvas. I, knew that the reviews of everybody else, and everybody else seemed to have issues, and I was kind of nervous. So when I saw that it came from Paint with Diamonds, I was like, oh crap, what am I gonna do? Do I, I said, well, the only thing I can do is, see what happens. And at first, I was kind of nervous about it, but I mean, as you can see, it's not that bad. The symbols, I can see the symbols. And, I mean, there are a couple that, I have to, like, there's a B, a capital B and a capital R that, look almost alike. But that's really the major, only the one I seem to have some kind of frustration with. But the drills, I mean, yeah, there are some that aren't, like, staying. But I think after, I take my rolling pin, my roller to it, rolling pin, roller to it, and then, seal it, I don't think it's going to be a problem. Me personally, I don't know. I mean, will I buy a Paint with Diamonds? I don't know. Not saying, that it's just, I don't know. Because, even though I'm experiencing one now, I don't know. I mean, I can't say, okay, the canvas, because this canvas is okay and there's nothing wrong with it, doesn't mean that my next one won't be a piece of crap. So, I don't know. We'll see. I haven't really, but we'll see. Let's see what's going on. And I didn't realize, now y'all, Oh, damn. What the hell just happened? Okay, really? My life pad just flashed. That's creepy. That's creepy. Probably because I pushed the button. I don't know. Okay. It's like, it had made me stop for a minute. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't mean for it to flash like that, and that was my fault. Because I didn't think it, yeah. I didn't realize, I know my kids, have a big heart. And, I've always raised my kids to help, in situations. And, I didn't realize until today, this morning, truthfully, how much my son, Justin, listened to what I said when I raised him about that. He came out this morning and he looked at me and he says, we're getting a surprise later. And I said, what do you mean? And he says, it's a surprise, so I can't tell you. Well, he originally said that because of Skylar, little dude. And I was like, well, okay. Well, then he texted me and said, we're getting a pizza. And I said, huh? I said, how are we getting a pizza? And he says, so he comes out, and I said, who's buying you a pizza? And he said, a friend of mine. And I said, that's not telling me anything. Well, come to find out. And he was kind of like, I don't think he wanted to tell me. I guess because, he's, I guess because, he's kind of embarrassed. And I don't want to say embarrassed. I don't know what you want to call it. What you would call, like, someone that doesn't want to talk about something that they did, that was good for somebody. And he told me, and I was like, really? And I said, and he says, yeah, Mom. And he says, and I said, well, I'm proud of you. And I said, well, whose idea was it for you to, whose idea was it for the pizza? And he said, hers. And I said, okay. I said, you didn't beg? Because, he has a habit of doing that. He doesn't, there's another story behind that. And he says, no. And I said, are you sure? And he says, yes, Mom. I said, okay. So, yeah, long story short is we got the pizza. My piece is sitting in there because I haven't, I was recording this when he came back with pizza. So, I'll get mine afterwards. But, the girl that he was helping had a boyfriend who was, I guess, controlling. And, he understands how that works because of me. I was in a controlling relationship with his dad. I mean, it was a bad, relationship. He always tried to tell me what I could do, what I couldn't do, how I should do this, how I should do that. It was just, and those of you that know how men are when they're controlling know what I'm talking about. Then of course, he one night he was of course I didn't know this at the time when I was pregnant or when I was dating him, but he was a drug addict, which I had no clue, mind you. I didn't know, I had no idea. I suspected, something, but when you're in love with someone or you think you're in love with that person, you just kind of, turn a blind eye, and that's kind of what I did. And, so one night, he got really, really ticked off. And this is what stopped me from ever, going back and being with him, continuing to date him. And he got mad over something so minor that I don't even remember what it was. And at the time, I was pregnant, didn't know I was pregnant. And he got mad, and he grabbed me by my throat and choked me. Didn't kill me, but he choked me. Of course, if he killed me, I wouldn't be sitting here. And threw me up against a wall. Well, that was it. That was the last time. He never laid his hands on me before then. But he, that whole relationship was, doomed from the start, I guess is what I want to say. And so he gets it. Justin knows. Justin asked me, when he was younger, why his dad and I weren't together, and I told him. And, he doesn't, that's one of the reasons why him and his dad can't get along. Because of me. And granted now, his dad and I, I don't want to say friends, but we get along for Justin. But not necessarily, a friendship. But we get along, and, we talk because of Justin. And Justin doesn't have any kind of a relationship with him because, he's tried to do the same kind of thing. He didn't do the same kind of thing to Justin, but he's yelled and screamed at him. I mean, the boy's, the kid's 17 years old. And, and he was always putting him down, calling him lazy, which, granted, yes, Justin, what boy, those of you that have boys and have kids, that they go through a stage where they're lazy. And now, I'm not saying every kid does, but there are some kids that do. And, he used to get mad because he seemed, and, his dad's words were the only thing that he effing cares about is, those damn video games. And, and I told him, and he, of course, he tried to accuse me of babying Justin, which was not the case. And, Justin told him plenty of times, look, my mom never babied me. If anything, she was very, very strict with me. And that's why, we get along as well as we do now. But, of course, his dad has this, I don't even know what you want to call it, this thing that, he raised his children, his other children, his older children, the way that he was trying to raise Justin, and it didn't work. And I told him, I said, you just can't constantly scream at them. You can't call them this, this, and this, and expect them to respect you. And, he told me I didn't know what I was talking about. And I said, really? I said, look at, Justin's older brother. I mean, seriously. Justin's older brother is a piece of work. And, yeah. So, it's just... And Justin gets it. And that's why Justin helped this girl, I guess, to get her... I don't know if he got her out of the relationship or what that deal was. All I know is when he told me about it, I was like, oh my God, you actually helped somebody with this situation? He's like, yes. He says, I felt like, I knew what she was going through. Even though, it was girlfriend and boyfriend. But for me, it was dad, son, mom. I was like, well, I'm proud of you. And of course, he blushed, turned around, and walked off. And, I won't bring it up to him again. But, you know, and I told him, I said, you're growing up. I said, you know, I'm very proud of you. And he says, well, I just don't like seeing women treated like that. And I was like, why is that? And he said, because I saw how Dad did to you. And I said, okay. I said, well, I'm proud of you and thank you. And it really means a lot to me that, you know, you're, you know, taking care of, you know, helping people out in that situation, and that your mom was in. It made me want to cry. Let's put it that way. It was like, you know, so it did. It made me want to cry. So it just made me really, really proud of him. And yeah, I was kind of speechless. I didn't know how else to describe it. But yeah, it made me want to cry. So, but yeah, and he came out and he says, yeah, and she offered the pizza. I was like, okay. So, yeah, that, I was shocked. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, it was her idea. I'm like, okay then. I'm not going to complain. And I'm not, you know. And I'm one of these ones. And you guys, you know, I've said this before in, you know, a lot of my videos. I'm one of these ones that doesn't like to, when it comes to, you know, asking somebody for help, you know, whether it be, you know, financial wise, you know, asking to borrow money, or, you know, if I'm down on my luck, you know, one, and it doesn't particularly have to be like, you know, one, whatever. I don't ask for help. I'm stubborn when it comes to things like that. And I told Justin when he told me about this, and I said, dude, you better not have begged for this, because if you did, I said, you and I are gonna have a problem. He says, Mom, I didn't beg. I was like, okay. I just want to make sure, because, you know, you're gonna make me feel like crap, and I don't think that's fair. And he says, Mom, I did not beg. And I said, okay. I was just, you know, I just don't like when he does that. And yeah, because it bothers me. It makes me, and don't get me wrong, you know, I don't make a whole lot of money. You know, I only get paid once a month. And then, you know, I get child support whenever Justin's dad decides to pay it. And, you know, I'm on limited income. You know, do I have, you know, diamond paintings or whatever out the rear end? No. Do I have nice things? Sort of. I try. I'm not like, you know, some of these people that have, you know, 2 or 3 incomes and can get, you know, whatever. And so if, you know, I don't have something, you know, like, if I don't have enough food one month, you know, I don't say anything, just because, you know, I, you know, use what I have in my, you know, cabinet or whatever, and make, you know, a potluck of stuff. And I don't ask, because to me that's embarrassing. And, you know, I feel, I don't want to say embarrassed, but, you know, it's, well, yes I do, because I just said it was embarrassing. But, you know, I feel, I don't know. And, you know, and granted, no, we don't live in a, you know, the best neighborhood. You know, I'm on, well, what they call Section 8, which is, you know, HUD. But, you know, I do try to make the best of things. And, you know, when Justin does things like this, and I've always raised my kids to not go and ask for handouts like that. It's just not, I mean, unless, you know, we are going to go and, you know, like to a food bank or something. I've told him, you just don't go to, you know, a complete total stranger and say, when he, told me about the pizza this morning, I had to make sure that he didn't bake for it because he's a good one for that. And he promised me, so. But that's okay. And I told him, I said, well, make sure you tell her thank you. And, go from there. So that's what at least I hope he told her thank you. He didn't say. So, anyway. But I think that's all I've got for today, guys. So, now I'm going to go eat my piece of pizza and drink some Coke. So, everybody, I hope everyone has a good week. And if you leave any questions, if you have any questions, comments, please comment below. Also, please remember to let me know about if you would like to see me do a 6-hour live stream, diamond painting thing. But just, please comment below. Questions, comments, if you like the video, please hit the like button. If you are subscribed, please subscribe. And until then, I hope everyone has a great week. And God bless.